Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us.
It's great to be here.
Today we're diving into the world of making money on social media.
It's 2024.
Yeah,
So much has changed,
it really has.
even just since last year.
So we're looking at some advice from Justin Welsh,
Oh, yeah.
who's this entrepreneur.
He's really made it.
Made a killing online.
Yeah, he has.
And I think this is going to be great for our listeners
I think so, too.
because our listeners are all about like
actionable.
the actionable advice.
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Cutting through all.
Fluff.
Yeah.
They just want the good stuff.
Exactly.
And Justin's all about that.
Absolutely.
And he's got this really interesting perspective.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So
I like where this is going.
he says you don't actually need millions of followers to be successful.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, right?
That's not what you usually hear.
Definitely not what I thought.
So tell me more.
So that's where we're starting today.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Okay.
What really struck me about Justin's approach is his emphasis on the power of like
Niche audiences.
niche audiences, exactly.
Okay.
These individuals with like smaller
Smaller.
but like highly engaged followings.
Okay.
He calls them micro-influencers.
I like that.
They've built real trust within their communities.
So it's not just about
No,
how many people follow you.
it's not about quantity.
That's the quality.
It's the quality.
That's so interesting.
Well, I know.
It's pretty counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
We always hear about
These massive
huge influencers.
with millions of followers.
Yeah. Makes you kind of wonder
Yeah.
if we've been looking at it all wrong.
You know, it really challenges the traditional idea
Okay.
of what it means to be
Successful.
successful on social media.
Makes you think.
Justin really argues that authenticity
Okay.
and community are far more valuable
Than just.
than
yeah.
sheer follower count. That's interesting.
He even says that, like,
Right.
the majority of marketers these days actually prefer
Really?
working with these micro influencers over
Over like big.
big name celebrities.
That's wild.
Oh,
Makes sense when you think about it, though.
I guess so.
I mean,
Who are you going to trust more?
Yeah.
Some celebrity who's like endorsing a product
right.
they probably don't even use,
Yeah.
or someone that you've been following
Yeah.
for a while
Yeah.
who genuinely seems to like love the products that they recommend.
I know.
It's about building genuine relationships with
Yeah.
your audience.
Okay.
When people feel a connection
With you, yeah.
they're more likely to like listen to your recommendations,
Okay.
engage with your content, and ultimately invest in what you're offering.
Okay, so now we got to dive into that.
Yeah.
How do you actually make money?
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Like,
Get down to the nuts and bolts here.
yeah.
Tell me how.
How do you do it?
Make money on social media.
Justin outlines 9 different revenue streams.
Nice.
We don't have time for all of them today.
Okay.
Let's focus on a few.
I like it.
Get right into it.
Yeah.
What do we got?
So online courses
Okay.
seem to be huge right now.
Yeah, they are.
Justin himself has generated millions of dollars
Wow.
creating and selling courses based on his expertise.
Makes sense.
This could be really powerful for anyone
I think so too.
with specialized knowledge or skills.
I mean-
so like our listeners.
Anyone really.
Yeah.
The beauty of online courses is that
Is that what?
they let you package your expertise
Okay.
into a format
Uh-huh.
that other people can access
Okay.
and learn from,
No matter where they are.
no matter where they are in the world.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
So you can use your social media.
To promote your courses,
Okay.
engage with your students.
Potential students
Yes, potential students.
build anticipation for launches.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So it's like all about integrating it
Yeah,
into your overall strategy.
exactly.
I like it.
You can share like
Yeah.
little behind the scenes snippets.
Oh, yeah.
Offer free previews.
Uh-huh.
Even like live Q&As to
Perfect.
really interact.
So they're already getting a feel for it.
To get a taste
Yeah.
of what's
It's
come.
online courses. What else?
What else? I thought the section on digital products
Okay.
was really intriguing.
Intriguing how?
It's amazing how much you can do,
You mean like,
like ebooks,
Yeah.
templates, things
Yeah.
like that. Okay,
Yeah.
Justin actually shares this great example
okay.
of a freelance writer
Huh?
who created this simple email template negotiating rates
Okay.
and turned it into
Into passive income.
passive income. Yeah.
Good
So
opinion.
like it's just a simple solution to a common problem,
Mhm.
but it's incredibly valuable.
I like it.
So the key here
Use what?
is to find a pain point.
Okay. That your audience has
Uh-huh.
and create a product that solves it.
I like it.
And the great thing about digital products
What is that?
is that they're scalable.
What do you mean?
You create them once
Mm-hmm.
and they can generate revenue for years to come
Oh.
without any physical inventory or shipping.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of scalability,
Okay.
we can't forget about the influencer route.
Oh, yeah.
Justin has a whole section
I know. I saw that.
on becoming an influencer and leveraging your audience.
Leveraging it to
promote
products or services.
Right.
And it's not just about...
It's not just about the huge following.
No.
It's those niche communities.
It is micro-influencers.
Yes.
They're often able to command higher engagement rates.
Because they've cultivated such a dedicated following.
They really have.
And for businesses,
Yeah.
partnering with these micro-influencers can be way more cost-effective.
Than working with celebrities.
Yeah, you're not paying for the name.
You're paying for the
engagement, the trust.
Justin gives a great example.
I was going to bring that up.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
Of a software company
Huh?
that partnered with an influencer
Okay.
to promote their new invoicing tool.
Okay.
It was a win-win for everybody.
How so?
Well, the influencer got paid for their authentic review.
Okay.
The company reached their target audience,
Uh-huh.
and the audience learned about a potentially helpful tool.
I like it.
So everybody won.
What I found interesting about that
What's that?
was the emphasis on authenticity.
Yeah.
It's
What's
not
it,
just about,
slapping your name on something.
yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, buy this.
yeah.
There
I
has
get
to be
that feeling there.
genuine alignment
Yeah.
between the influencer, the brand, and the audience.
Yeah.
If it's not a natural fit,
Uh-huh.
it's not going to work.
That's a really good point.
And it ties back to
What we were talking about,
what we were talking about. Yeah.
the importance of building trust.
Trust
Yeah.
genuine connections with your audience.
People can spot a fake
a mile away.
a mile away. So
key.
is key,
It's key.
not just for building a loyal following,
No, but also for establishing a business
a sustainable business.
that you can be proud of.
I like that.
Okay.
So we've got
Online courses,
digital products.
influencer marketing.
Those are some solid options.
Yeah, for monetizing your social media.
They are.
Yeah.
But Justin doesn't stop there.
Okay, good. Because...
He gives us a whole roadmap,
Oh, tell me more.
a 7-step roadmap.
To put all this into action.
Exactly.
I like it.
Take your social media.
And make it profitable.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping to get into.
Okay, great.
But before we dive into that,
Yeah.
let's take a quick break,
Uh-huh.
refresh our drinks.
Sounds good.
We'll be back
I'm ready.
to uncover Justin's strategic approach.
To social media monetization. See you in a minute.
Be right back.
All right, we're back and ready to dig into Justin's 7-step roadmap.
I'm excited to see how it all comes together.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot of info,
It is, but Justin really emphasizes a strategic approach.
which I like.
I do too.
I'm all about strategy,
It's not just about
randomly posting.
yeah, and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
You got to be smart about it.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
What's step 1?
Step 1 is building a memorable social media presence.
So that's like your foundation?
It sets the stage for everything that follows.
Okay, so what are like the key elements here?
It's a combo of professionalism,
Okay.
personality, and consistency.
So like how does that actually look?
Like your bio, your content, your visual aesthetic,
So it all has to
it all has to work together
work together.
to create a cohesive
Uh-huh.
and inviting space for your audience.
Okay, so it's not just about having a pretty profile picture.
No, it's much more than that.
It's about...
It's about creating a brand identity that resonates with your target audience.
I like it.
Justin talks about the importance of a visual style guide,
Oh, interesting.
like using consistent fonts and colors
Uh-huh.
and choosing specific content formats that
Nice.
align with your brand's voice.
Okay, so it's like all got
It's got to be consistent.
consistent so people remember you.
If you want people to remember you, yeah, you need to be recognizable.
Okay, I got it.
So once you've got that foundation in place,
What's next?
step 2 is where you really start to showcase your expertise.
Okay.
Justin calls it establishing your expertise
Wow.
through high-quality content.
Okay, so this is where you prove you know your stuff.
Exactly.
So what kind of content works best for that?
Well, it depends on your niche, of course.
Okay.
But the key is to focus on providing value
Okay.
to your audience.
So how do you know what's valuable to them?
Identify their pain points, their
Yeah.
questions, their struggles.
And then,
Create content that offers solutions and insights.
so it could be anything from like
It could be blog posts.
how-to videos,
Oh, yeah.
Instagram stories,
Webinars.
as long as it's
Valuable
Correct.
and relevant to the audience.
Yeah. Justin recommends thinking about your content
Yes.
as like a portfolio
Okay.
of your expertise.
I like that.
Each piece should demonstrate your knowledge and your credibility.
Makes sense.
So you've got your memorable presence.
Yeah.
You've got your high-quality content.
What's next?
Step 3 is all about engagement.
Ooh, engagement. That's a big one.
It is. This is where you really start to connect
Okay.
with your audience on a human level.
So it's more than just posting.
It's way more than that.
It's about actually
It's about building relationships.
yeah,
It's about responding to comments, answering questions, participating in conversations,
Yeah.
showing genuine interest in what your followers have to say.
So that takes time and effort.
It does.
But it's worth it.
It's so worth it to build that loyal following.
If you want an engaged following, yeah.
That makes sense.
Justin argues that engagement is crucial,
For
building trust,
good
which is essential for
monetizing.
monetizing. Yeah.
Okay, so engagement, check.
Check.
Step 4.
Step 4 might seem a little counterintuitive
Why is that?
in the age of social media,
Okay.
but Justin is adamant about this.
Okay, I'm listening.
You need to build an email list.
An email list, really? In 2024?
I know it sounds crazy,
A
right?
little bit.
But hear me out.
Okay.
Social media platforms are constantly changing
Their algorithms.
their algorithms, yes.
Makes sense.
You're essentially at their mercy
Okay.
if you rely solely on those platforms.
To reach your audience.
Exactly. An email list gives you
Oh,
a
that's-
direct line of communication
Okay.
that you control.
That's a good point.
You don't want to build your entire business
On someone else's platform.
on rented land,
Yeah.
only to have the rules change overnight.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
It would, and with an email list,
Yeah.
you can nurture those relationships.
Up to time.
Yes. Provide valuable content,
Uh-huh.
share exclusive offers,
Okay.
and promote your products or services directly
I like it. So how do you actually convince people,
to sign up.
to sign up for your email list?
Justin recommends offering a valuable freebie,
A freebie like what?
like an ebook,
Okay.
a checklist, a template.
Even like a free webinar
Yeah, access to a webinar,
Okay.
something that they get in exchange
for their email address.
for their email address, exactly.
Because they get something valuable.
They do.
And you get to grow your email list.
Everybody wins.
I like it. Okay. On to step 5.
Step 5.
This is where things get interesting.
This is where the magic happens.
All right, let's hear it.
Step 5 is all about promoting your offering.
Well,
But Justin emphasizes
what?
it's not about being pushy or salesy.
Oh, okay. So how do you do that?
How do you strike that balance?
Yeah.
It's about framing your offering as a solution
Okay.
to a problem that your audience is facing.
Okay.
Highlight the benefits.
Okay.
Share testimonials,
Success stories.
success stories, and let your enthusiasm shine through.
So it's all about focusing on the value
It is.
you provide.
Yes.
How you can help your audience.
Exactly. Justin encourages what he calls a soft sell approach.
A soft sell.
Yeah, educating your audience.
Okay.
Demonstrating the value of your offering
Without being,
without being pushy or hypey.
I like it.
Authenticity again?
Authenticity strikes again.
Right back to that.
Okay, what's step 6?
Step 6 is probably the most important of all.
Okay, hit me with it.
It's about delivering top-notch value.
This is where you prove your worth.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay.
It's about exceeding expectations.
So no matter what it is,
No matter what,
you got to make sure.
I gotta make sure it's high quality,
Yeah.
well-structured,
And it delivers.
and it truly delivers on its promises.
Okay.
Justin emphasizes going above and beyond.
So like,
Over-delivering can lead to incredibly loyal customers
okay.
and powerful word-of-mouth marketing.
Yeah, people are going to talk about it.
They are.
If it's good,
They'll tell their friends.
those positive reviews
testimonials
can be a game changer.
social proof is so influential,
It really is. People trust other people.
more than they trust brands.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
Last step.
The grand finale,
What is it?
step 7, is all about diversification.
Diversification.
Justin recommends building multiple revenue streams
Yeah.
as your business grows.
So don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
This smart.
By diversifying your income,
Yeah.
you create a more stable and sustainable business.
And you're less vulnerable
You are.
to like changes in the algorithm.
Changes in the market,
Yeah.
all of that.
That's a good point.
And it gives you more opportunities
So what?
to experiment,
Yeah.
to see what resonates best with your audience.
And you might discover something. You might discover a new revenue stream
that you never even thought of before.
but you didn't even know existed.
I like it.
Justin encourages that entrepreneurial mindset, constantly exploring,
Okay.
adapting
to the ever-changing landscape
of social media.
Okay, so there you have it.
There it is.
Justin's 7-step roadmap.
To social media success.
It's comprehensive.
It is.
Actionable.
And it can help anyone
turn their online presence
into a profitable venture.
And it all comes back to authenticity.
Yeah.
Building genuine connections.
Yeah.
Providing real value.
To your audience.
To your audience.
That's the key.
We've learned so much.
We have.
From Justin's insights.
It's really given me a lot to think about.
In terms of my own strategy.
Me too.
It's a good reminder.
That social media can be so much more
than just selfies.
Yeah, and cat videos.
It can actually be a powerful tool.
It can be.
For building a business.
Sharing your expertise.
Connecting with people.
All over the world.
Now, before we wrap up,
okay,
I want to leave our listener with a thought-provoking question.
I like it.
What unique knowledge or skills do you possess?
Ooh, good question.
That could be valuable in the online world.
That's a great question to ponder.
We all have something
we do
unique to offer.
Whether it's a passion for photography,
a knack for writing,
a talent for teaching.
Exactly.
Right?
We all have something.
So take some time.
Reflect on your strengths.
What lights you up?
What are you good at?
Yeah, what do people come to you for advice on?
And don't be afraid to get creative.
Yeah.
There are so many possibilities out there.
For sharing your expertise.
And monetizing your passion.
Monetizing your passions.
In the online world.
I think this is a perfect point.
To what?
To wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Okay, that's good.
We've explored some really exciting ways to turn your passions into profit.
Make that look.
On social media.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up,
I think it'd be valuable to circle back
to Justin's
journey.
Yeah, I agree.
His story is so inspiring.
Especially
for those who are feeling
overwhelmed or unsure of where to start.
I mean,
it's be a lot.
This guy went from college dropout to building a multi-million-dollar business
in just a few years.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Using social media.
All thanks to social media.
And what I find impressive is he did it all.
He followed his own advice.
Yeah.
The 7-step roadmap
that we've been talking about.
It's not just theory.
He's living proof.
It actually works.
That this stuff works.
Yeah.
So let's take a closer look at how he actually applied these steps.
I like it.
In his own journey.
Yeah, maybe we can pick up some extra tips.
Yeah, some inspiration.
Some nuggets of wisdom.
Okay, so step 1 was building a memorable social media presence.
Right.
How did he do that?
Well, he started by defining his niche, which was helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses through social media marketing.
So he had a focus.
He had a very clear focus.
Okay.
He knew he couldn't be everything to everyone.
Right.
So he niched down.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It's easier to stand out.
Absolutely.
When you're not trying to
be everything to everyone.
Yeah.
Be specific.
Okay.
And then he created a consistent visual identity.
Across all his platforms.
Across all platforms.
Okay, so like same profile picture.
Yeah, same color scheme.
Tone of voice.
Same tone of voice.
So people could instantly recognize him.
No matter where they saw his content.
Makes sense.
He understood the importance of branding.
Okay.
Creating that cohesive online presence.
Okay, so step 2.
Step 2.
Establishing expertise.
With high-quality content.
What kind of content did he create in the early days?
He started by sharing valuable tips and insights on social media marketing.
Okay.
Drawing from his own experiences and experiments.
So he was providing real value.
Right from the start.
From the beginning.
Not just promoting himself.
Right. He was already like
positioning himself as an authority.
Yeah, in his niche.
Yeah, and he wasn't afraid to share his failures.
Oh, that's cool.
He talked about his mistakes.
Which I think a lot of people...
Yeah, a lot of people shy away from that.
They want to present this perfect image.
But being vulnerable and authentic...
makes you more relatable.
It does. People appreciate honesty.
Yeah, they want to know that you're human.
They do.
Okay. Step 3, engagement.
Engagement.
How do you approach this?
He made it a priority to respond to comments and messages.
Even when he was just starting out?
Even when he only had a handful of followers.
So he was building relationships from day 1.
Yeah, he understood that every interaction...
There's an
opportunity to connect...
with a potential...
customer or collaborator.
That's a good point.
It's not just about broadcasting your message. It's about having those conversations.
Building relationships.
Yeah, and being genuinely interested.
In your audience.
Yeah, he made an effort to get to know his followers.
Ask them questions.
Show that he cared.
Yeah.
Okay, step 4 was building an email list.
Email list.
Did he embrace this early on?
Oh, yeah. He knew
Even
the importance of having that direct line of communication.
that he controlled.
So what was his lead magnet?
What did he offer?
He offered a free ebook.
On.
Social media marketing tips,
Makes sense.
which he promoted heavily.
Yeah, he used his social media to drive traffic to his email list.
Smart.
It is.
So once they were on his email
He
list,
nurtured those relationships.
Right.
Regular newsletters, valuable content,
exclusive offers,
behind-the-scenes insights.
he was building a community.
He was
Okay, step 5, promoting his offerings.
promoting his offering.
How do you do this without being salesy?
Remember, his whole philosophy is authenticity,
Right.
providing value. So instead of bombarding his followers with sales pitches, he focused on showcasing the benefits
Okay.
of his products and services.
So he was still giving them value,
He was
just kind of weaving in.
those calls to action.
Yeah.
He was positioning his offerings as solutions
To their problems.
to the problems that his audience was facing.
And I bet he used a lot of
Social proof.
Yeah.
He highlighted the results that his customers were getting.
Because nothing sells better than.
Real-life success stories.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was transparent about his pricing.
Oh, that's good.
He wasn't afraid to talk about money.
Yeah, I think that's important.
It is. You got to be upfront,
Yeah.
especially when you're selling online.
Okay, step 6, delivering top-notch value.
Delivering on those promises.
How did he make sure his customers were happy?
He went above and beyond.
So he was offering
Personalized support.
bonus resources
Constantly updating his products.
based on feedback.
He was building those long-term relationships.
He wasn't just selling something and disappearing.
Exactly.
And that builds loyalty
which are essential.
for any business.
Any sustainable business.
Okay, last step, diversification.
Diversification.
Did he just stick to online courses?
No, he did not.
What else did he do?
He expanded into coaching,
Okay.
consulting speaking engagements,
Wow.
even creating his own software tools.
So multiple income streams.
He was constantly exploring new possibilities.
Smart.
Yeah.
He knew that diversification was key,
For creating a stable business,
especially online.
especially in the online world.
Wow. Hearing his story,
It's really inspiring.
it really brings these concepts to life.
It shows that anyone can do it.
As long as they put in the work,
Stay focused
stay committed
to providing value.
to their audience.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
What's one small step you can take today?
To move closer to your goals.
Maybe it's defining your niche,
Creating a content calendar.
reaching out to a potential collaborator.
Whatever it is,
Take action.
don't let fear hold you back.
The possibilities are endless. They are.
Thanks for joining us
It's been a pleasure.
on another deep dive.
Until next time.
See you next time.